Alright, so we finally have it, the install of the Topcad cage on the Wraith. And that cage I did get from Asiatees. Last look at the poison spider before we change things up. Nice big box here. Push that to the side. And I did do an unboxing of this, so for those of you who have seen it, you know what I'm pulling out. And for those who haven't, well, you're going to be seeing it here for the first time. Try to fish this out properly. Don't want to lose. We got some LEDs and some free-flowing parts in there. Alright, move the panels aside, and we're going to grab all the LEDs and that extra plastic stuff back into the bag temporarily so we don't lose anything. And we're just going to leave the hardware to get everything connected up to the side. Unravel our panels. Throw that to the side. And a quick look at the cage here. Very nice. It'll look very clean. So first things first, we're going to get cracking on the teardown. This is a very simple one. So we have 4 screws, both sides, which is going to release the skid plate. Oh, I got to learn to shut that off. Alright, and next, 2 screws to get the shocks off. I already did the other side, so the cage is free now. All we have to do is fish through the electronics, wiggle the ESC and the receiver free. And this was the hard part here, fishing the stuff from the old Wraith, the interior, back into this cage. But we're there, so now we're going to move on to our panels. So I'm going to show you one quick one here. So you got the clip, screw, and a nut underneath. To do that up off camera because there are lots of them and it was tedious. But it's done. It's looking clean, ready for reassembly. So fish the electronics through. A little bit of a snugger fit than the poison spider, but we will be able to fit everything in. Zip tie that up after. We're just gonna get that lined up, connect our motor. I'm gonna install 2 screws here. Because you guys know what I'm going to be doing. Pointless to do that on camera. And we're going to finish everything up off with the shocks. So we have a screw, the shock, and a spacer. Same thing for the rear. You're just going to tighten that up with the nut afterwards. And it is done. So this, out of all the mods, has to be one of the easiest and probably the most dramatic change to your rig. You're looking at a total of 10 screws, and you have, like I said, totally new rig. Chuck's feeling right at home right now. Alright, so I'm going to throw in a winch there later. And here you can see the etched in skull. I chose the diamond plate side of things. I find it looks great. Good contrast with the orange. So my initial thoughts on this are excellent. Very happy. Well worth the upgrade for sure. So I'm going to finish that up off later on with a little piece of Lexan so you can't see through. But for now, still loving the look of this. As all my stuff, we're going to be putting it to the test. But the only thing left on the Wraith right now that is not all hopped up would be the skid plate and the shocks, which will be the next change. So here we got the LEDs. Gonna fish some electronics through later on and figure that out. But for now, we'll leave that as is. Call that a day with the new Wraith. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please thumbs up and subscribe.